Patriots sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it here. This is James White. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. At the 16-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. With Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Prescott. This to Jarwin. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's brought down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Next to the score, Cowboys 7, Patriots 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
14's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones. That's caught. It's John Hightower. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be
rush coming, and he's taken down. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
From the 29, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
52 catches last year for Zeke, and he's had as many as 77 in a year. I think he's hoping to get a little more stability in his offensive line and, of course, at the quarterback position. And if that happens, all of his numbers will go up.
Prescott on first down. That is caught by Lamb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
By anyone's measure, C.D. Lamb had an excellent rookie campaign with 74 catches and 935 yards. He's poised for an even bigger season this year.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Patriots, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there taken in by Dorsett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To the air again, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
One of my own teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll find Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Full connects on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
They went with their popular RPO on that play, and what they often tell their receivers, as soon as you get the ball, you've got to be like a punt return. You've got to make the first guy miss on your own, because if you do, big plays like that can result. He went a long way before they caught him.
On 1st and 10, Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Prescott. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Patriots.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be taken in by Hightower. Touchdown, Patriots. John Hightower, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases. Oh, Prescott stripped. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go.
Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations, including his own.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Draw play, Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Shut him down. Shut him down.
Michael Gallup his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And to the surprise of many, the New England Patriots made a huge splash in free agency. And on the first day, they added Hunter Henry from the Chargers. 5 years there, career high 60 catches last year. He expects that number to go up in New England.
And Folk's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, they go back to White again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Off play action. Jones rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down and 5. On play action, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll get that out to the flat to White. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Patriots first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He'll leave this one for White. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Hightower.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has been terrific today, hasn't he? Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Jones. And caught by Henry. Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right? Think you got to use one here, don't you? No doubt about it. I'd use one right here. Jones. He completes it right side to White. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Second and 8 coming from the 19. To throw is Jones. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass. I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right? I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there. All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw, Prescott. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. The crossbar, and it bounces over. It is good. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos.